The regulator, once again, likes to start an argument with me on something that he should actually be in agreement to, because I'm assuming he's an American. I mean, I don't know if he lives in a different country, but I'm assuming he's an American. Okay. Freedom of speech, right, is something we all are entitled to as American citizens. Okay. The First Amendment. Now, why should it be different in any one of America's, beautiful states? Why should it be different in Tennessee than it is in New York? And that's the point that the regulator was making regarding the gentleman who was protesting in Tennessee. Well, actually, what am I saying protesting? I don't even consider, if you're preaching the word of God, protesting. You're not protesting. You're trying to give awareness of the word of Jesus, the word of God. That what I was doing in New York was, I guess you could call it a protest. It was just one person was there. But in other words, when I called up the precinct, which was the first precinct in Lower Manhattan, they said to me, as long as you're not using any type of electronic equipment or a speakerphone or a megaphone, you're allowed to walk on the sidewalk. You don't need a permit. You could hold up signs and speak as loud as you want, as long as you keep moving forward. Don't stop and stay in one place. Keep moving forward. And that is precisely what this gentleman did in Tennessee. He was on the sidewalk. He was moving forward. He had no speakerphone, no megaphone. He was not using any electronic equipment. And he didn't have signs, but okay, he was talking loud. So what they said in Tennessee was that if you could hear him from 50 feet away, that they could give him a citation for violating a certain noise regulation. Like there's, in other words, a certain level of noise that's not tolerable. They're not going to deal with it if it's too loud, even if you're just speaking, which I think is insane in the membrane. I think that's crazy. But so the regulator was like, well, did you ever consider that the laws of Tennessee is different than the laws of New York? Jeez. Yeah, I understand that. And I did take that under advisement. But I did take that under consideration. But why should freedom of speech be different in another state? It doesn't make any sense. So what are you telling me? I could walk down New York City, right? I could walk down the sidewalk of New York City and I could scream out anything I want. Wall Street is not fair! Gary Gensler, wake up, smell the coffee, and do your damn job! But then if I do that in Tennessee, I'm going to get in trouble? What happens if I do it in Texas? Right? What happens if I go to Alabama and I'm by Teddy's age gym and I do it? Like I'm walking past Teddy Zane. Teddy Zane! You need to grow some balls because they're too small. It's like, so what would happen? Like, I know I'm making a joke about this, but it's not a joking matter, okay? Freedom of speech should be equal in all states of our great country, of the United States of America. It shouldn't be different in Tennessee than it is in New York. That's just my opinion. I'm entitled to it because, once again, I have the right of free speech as an American citizen.